Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare dime coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Coin number 1. Today I have something truly exciting for you that will keep you hooked till the very end. We are going to uncover the story, the rarity, and the hidden value of the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from the year 1967. This is not just any ordinary dime, my friends. This little silver-colored beauty holds secrets that make collectors' hearts race. I will tell you about its uniqueness, its fascinating background, the errors that make it rare, and most importantly, what its true value in the market can be today. So stay with me till the last second, because you don't want to miss a single detail. The 1967 Roosevelt dime is more than just a small coin you would have spent without a thought decades ago. It was minted during a very important time in American coinage history. The United States had just shifted away from using silver in dimes in the mid-1960s, and the 1967 dime is part of that transitional period. That makes it a remarkable coin to hold because it reflects a change in history, a shift in how America produced its money. When you hold one of these dimes, you are literally holding a piece of that story. Now let us talk about the design, because this coin honors a great leader. On the front, you see the strong profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who guided America through the Great Depression and World War II. His image is bold and detailed, representing leadership and resilience. On the reverse side, you have the torch, the olive branch, and the oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. Every part of this design tells a story, and that's what makes it not just money but a piece of art in your hand. Collectors know that 1967 dimes were minted in very large numbers, but what makes them exciting today are the ones that have survived in absolutely pristine condition. Imagine finding one that looks like it just came fresh out of the mint, untouched by time or human hands. That is the kind of coin that collectors chase because its shine, sharpness, and original luster are what increase its desirability in auctions and private sales. Even more thrilling is the fact that some 1967 Roosevelt dimes carry minting errors. These are the special ones that transform a simple dime into a prized possession. Off-center strikes, double die errors, and even coins with unusual metal flaws are considered treasures. For example, a double die error dime from 1967 has been seen selling in auctions for astonishing amounts because collectors crave what is rare and unique. These are the little quirks that give your dime personality and make it stand apart from millions of others. If you are a collector or even someone just starting out, here is my tip for you. Always pay close attention to the smallest details of your coins. Check the edges, the lettering, the shine, and look closely for any doubling or striking mistakes. Keep your coins safe, stored properly, and never clean them with chemicals, because originality is what drives value higher. A well-kept dime in its natural state is always worth more than one that has been scrubbed shiny. Protect your collection and you will thank yourself years down the line when those values grow and grow. Now let's talk about the part you have all been waiting for, the value of the 1967 Roosevelt dime. A normal circulated coin might not surprise you, but when we talk about uncirculated, mint state, and especially error coins, the numbers climb quickly. In today's market, an uncirculated Roosevelt dime from 1967 has been seen selling for as much as $1,000 in coin shows and collector markets. And when it comes to rare errors, those dimes can reach unbelievable prices, with some examples crossing $2,000 in auctions in cities like New York and Chicago. Yes, you heard that right, a small dime that could have been lost in your pocket change is now worth thousands when it carries those unique features in perfect condition. So the lesson here is clear: never underestimate the power of a small coin. The 1967 Roosevelt 1 dime proves that even the tiniest piece of change can become a collector's treasure when rarity, history, and condition come together. Collectors across the United States and beyond are always hunting for these gems, and demand is only rising because of the love for American coinage. As we conclude, let me say this to every coin lover watching right now. Keep your eyes open, check your collections carefully, and never let a dime pass by without a second look. That small coin in your hand could be the one that turns into a treasure. This is the thrill of coin collecting, my friends, the chase, the discovery, and the reward. So keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the passion alive. And before you go, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss another amazing story of rare coins. Thank you for joining me today, and until next time, happy collecting! Coin number 2. We are diving deep into the story of the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from 1980 with the P mint mark. This coin may look small and ordinary at first glance, but the truth is it hides some incredible secrets about rarity, unique errors, and collector demand. So if you are a coin collector or someone who dreams of discovering hidden value in pocket change, then stay with me until the very last word, because this little dime could surprise you in a big way. The year 1980 was an important time for American coinage. The Philadelphia Mint, represented by the P mint mark, was producing millions of coins for circulation. But among those countless pieces, some dimes turned out to be special, the kind that collectors search for even decades later. The Roosevelt dime itself honors President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader remembered for his strength during the toughest times of American history. On the obverse side you see his proud profile with strong details, while on the reverse side you find the torch of liberty standing between an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. Together they make a design full of meaning that adds to the appeal of every collector's cabinet. Now what makes the 1980 P dime exciting is not just its design or history, but its rarity in certain conditions. While the coin was made in large numbers, finding one today in pristine uncirculated condition with perfect luster is not easy. Over time, most of these dimes went through heavy circulation and lost their shine. That is why collectors go crazy for coins that remain in mint state, because they are the survivors, the shining examples that look just as fresh as the day they were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But wait, there is something even more thrilling. Some of these 1980 Roosevelt dimes come with minting errors that make them extremely valuable. Imagine discovering an off-center strike where the design is not perfectly aligned, or a double die error where the details of the lettering or image appear doubled. There are also known cases where planchet flaws or striking mistakes created unique one-of-a-kind coins. These errors are what make collectors' hearts race, because they transform a common dime into a true rarity that can spark bidding wars and auctions. Let me give you a tip if you are a collector or even just starting to check your pocket change. Always inspect your coins under good lighting or even with a magnifying glass. Look closely at the date, the mint mark, the edges, and every small detail. A small doubling in the lettering or an unusual strike could be the difference between a coin worth only face value and a coin worth hundreds. And remember, never polish or clean your coins with chemicals, because originality is the key. Collectors and grading companies always value a coin more when it has its natural surface, even if it looks aged. Protect them in proper holders or flips and you will keep their condition safe for years to come. Now let's move to the part you have been waiting for all along, the value of the 1980 Roosevelt 1 dime with the P mint mark. In circulated condition, these coins may not shock you, but once you step into the world of uncirculated and mint state pieces, the numbers rise quickly. Collectors have paid as much as $500 for superb quality uncirculated examples, and when we talk about error coins, the prices can climb even higher. In fact, rare varieties of the 1980 P dime with striking mistakes have been reported selling for over $1,000 in auctions in cities like Dallas and New York, where coin collectors compete fiercely for rare pieces. This shows us why every coin matters and why the smallest dime can carry such big potential. The 1980 P Roosevelt dime is living proof that rarity, condition, and error features can turn a tiny piece of metal into a collector's dream. With demand always rising and collectors constantly searching for high-grade examples, these coins remain in the spotlight and continue to surprise even seasoned experts. So my friends, as we close today's video, I want to remind you to keep searching, keep collecting, and never ignore the coins that pass through your hands. That little dime could hold a story, a rarity, or even a treasure that could change everything. This is the thrill of coin collecting, and this is why we share this passion together. Thank you for staying with me today. I hope you enjoyed learning about the 1980 P Roosevelt dime. If you love rare coin stories, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another discovery. Until next time, happy collecting and keep the treasure hunt alive. Coin number 3. We are going to explore the fascinating story of the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from the year 1981 with the D mint mark. This little coin may look ordinary in size, but the truth is it carries uniqueness, rarity, and hidden value that can surprise even seasoned collectors. I will take you through its background, its striking design, the rare errors that make it stand out, and finally its true market value today. So stay tuned and watch carefully until the very end, because every detail matters when it comes to a treasure like this. The 1981 Roosevelt dime was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the D mint mark just above the date. These coins were made for everyday circulation, but that is what makes the survivors in top condition so incredible. Millions of these coins passed from hand to hand in stores, markets, and banks, but very few have survived in flawless mint state. Collectors know that once a coin enters heavy circulation, scratches, wear, and fading take away its beauty. That is why finding one in pristine condition, glowing with original mint luster, is like finding a diamond in the rough. The design of the Roosevelt dime has its own elegance. On the front, you see the strong profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the man who guided America through the Great Depression and World War II. His portrait is bold, representing courage and leadership. On the back, the coin displays the torch of liberty standing proudly between an olive branch and an oak branch. These symbols together remind us of freedom, peace, and strength. Every time you look at this coin, it tells a powerful story of America's values and history. Now here comes the part that truly excites collectors. Some of the 1981 D. Roosevelt dimes carry minting errors that make them extremely rare and highly valuable. Imagine discovering an off-center strike where part of the design is missing, or a double die variety where the date and lettering appear doubled. There are even known cases of weak strikes and planchet flaws that turn an ordinary dime into a unique collectible. Error coins are treasures because no two are exactly alike, and this uniqueness is what collectors love most. In coin shows and auctions, error dimes always catch the eye and spark fierce bidding. If you are a coin collector or even just a curious beginner, here is an important tip. Always take your time to inspect your coins. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check for doubling, misalignments, or unusual marks. Pay attention to the condition because a coin in mint state is always more valuable than one that is heavily circulated. And one golden rule for collectors: never clean your coins with harsh chemicals or polish them because it will destroy their natural surface. Keep them in protective holders and let them shine in their original state. Collectors pay more for originality than artificial shine. Now let us talk about the value of the 1981 D. Roosevelt dime. This is the moment you have been waiting for. In regular circulated condition, the coin may not turn heads, but once you enter the world of uncirculated and error examples, the value begins to climb quickly. A high-grade uncirculated 1981 D dime has been known to sell for as much as $500 in collector markets and coin shows. And rare error coins from this year have gone far beyond that, reaching values of over $1,000 in auctions held in places like Chicago and Los Angeles where coin collectors gather to compete for rarities. That is why the 1981 D. Roosevelt dime is not just another coin in your change, it is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. Collectors across the country are constantly on the lookout for these high-grade and error varieties, and demand is strong because the market for rare American dimes is always alive and growing. So my friends, the lesson is clear. Never underestimate the coins in your collection or the ones that pass through your hands. That small dime could carry history, uniqueness, and value far beyond its face. Keep your eyes open, check carefully, and you might just find a treasure in the form of a 1981 D. Roosevelt dime. Thank you so much for joining me today on this exciting journey. If you enjoyed learning about this coin and want to discover more stories of rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss a new discovery. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and always enjoy the thrill of the hunt. Coin number 4. We are going to uncover the story of a coin that many people overlook but serious collectors know can hold incredible surprises. I am talking about the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from the year 1977. This coin may be small in size, but its uniqueness, rarity, and hidden value make it a true collector's delight. I promise you this is not just another coin video, so stay tuned until the very last second because every detail I am about to share could change the way you look at the coins in your own collection. The Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and by 1977 it was already a well-recognized part of American coinage. But what makes the 1977 dime interesting is that while millions were produced, finding one today in pristine condition is not easy at all. Most of these coins pass through heavy circulation in shops, banks, and everyday transactions. That is why collectors go wild when they see a 1977 dime that looks untouched and still carries the original mint shine. Those examples are the real treasures. The design of this dime is filled with meaning. On the front you see the strong and inspiring portrait of Franklin Roosevelt, a leader remembered for guiding America through dark times. On the back you find the iconic torch standing proudly between an olive branch and an oak branch. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch represents strength. Every detail of this design tells a story, and that is why the coin is not just currency but a symbol of American values. Now here is where the thrill begins for collectors. Some 1977 Roosevelt dimes come with minting errors that make them rare and expensive. Imagine discovering an off-center strike where the design is shifted, or a double die error where the date and letters appear doubled. There are even examples of weak strikes and planchet flaws that create unique pieces unlike any other. These are the coins that get collectors talking and bidding because errors make each coin one of a kind. In auctions, error dimes from this year have brought incredible excitement and strong competition among serious buyers. For collectors watching this video, here is an important tip. Always check your coins carefully and never rush through them. Use a magnifying glass or even a coin loop to study the smallest details of the date, the mint mark, and the lettering. Look at the edges and see if anything looks unusual. A tiny mistake in the strike could mean your dime is worth far more than face value. And one golden rule to remember: never clean your coins with polish or chemicals because collectors prefer natural surfaces. Keep your coins safe in protective holders and you will protect their true value for the future. Now let us talk about the part you have been waiting for all along: the value of the 1977 Roosevelt 1 dime. In ordinary circulated condition it may not stand out, but when you have a coin in uncirculated mint state or one carrying a rare error, the value rises quickly. Collectors have paid as much as $300 for high-grade uncirculated examples. And rare error coins have been reported selling for well over $1,000 in auctions held in places like New York and Los Angeles, where collectors gather to compete for rare American dimes. This is why the 1977 Roosevelt dime is a coin worth your attention. It may look simple, but behind its small size lies rarity, history, and demand that continues to grow. Collectors all over the country are always looking for these dimes in top quality, and when they find them, the competition is fierce. So my friends, never underestimate the coins that pass through your hands. That little dime sitting quietly in a jar or collection could be the very one that holds a hidden treasure. Keep searching, keep inspecting, and never stop collecting because the thrill is in the discovery. Thank you for watching and sharing this exciting journey with me. If you enjoyed learning about the 1977 Roosevelt dime, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss another story of rare and valuable coins. Until next time, happy collecting and may your next find be a treasure. Coin number 5. I am going to tell you a story that every coin collector should hear because it is about a coin that looks ordinary in your hand but carries the kind of uniqueness and hidden rarity that can surprise you completely. I am talking about the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime minted in the year 2000 at the Denver Mint. At first you may think it is just a small 10-cent coin, but in reality it has details, errors, and features that make it far more valuable than you could imagine. So listen very carefully and do not miss a single point, because this coin can change the way you look at everyday change. The thrill of the Roosevelt dime 2000 lies in the fact that it was minted in huge numbers, yet some pieces came out with rare errors that make them stand apart from the rest. Imagine holding a dime where the strike is slightly off-center, where the letters appear doubled, or the mint mark looks different from the usual sharp-cut style. These errors are like fingerprints of history that cannot be repeated, and that is exactly what excites collectors across the world. When such a dime shows up in the market, the competition becomes fierce because everyone wants to secure a piece that is not just a coin but a treasure of American minting history. Collectors love the Roosevelt series because it carries the face of Franklin D. Roosevelt, a president remembered for leading the nation through challenging times, and when one of these coins comes with a rare twist, it becomes even more meaningful. The 2000 D dime shows us how even modern minting with advanced machines could still produce coins with striking variations. That is what makes this hobby so thrilling, a reminder that even in perfection there can be small mistakes that turn into big opportunities for coin lovers. Now imagine walking into a coin shop or an auction house in Denver and seeing a 2000 D dime displayed under bright lights. Collectors rush in because they know that when an error dime of this kind comes up, it will not stay on the table for long. In fact, many stories circulate among collectors about people finding one of these rare dimes in circulation and later selling it in auctions for a handsome amount. This is why every coin finder should carefully check their dimes before spending them, because you never know when a valuable one might slip from your hands. Let me share a tip for all coin collectors who are passionate about building their collections with rare treasures. Always use a magnifying glass to inspect your dimes and look closely at the lettering, the numbers, and the mint mark. If you see doubling, cracks, or signs of unusual striking, then keep that coin safe because it could be a rare error piece. Protect it in a coin holder, avoid cleaning it because original surfaces are always more valuable, and when the time is right, take it to a trusted coin dealer or auction house to learn its true worth. Remember, every little detail counts, and those details are what turn a dime into a collector's pride. The demand for the 2000 Roosevelt dime continues to rise, and more collectors are becoming interested in securing one for their sets. It has proven its place as a coin that represents both history and rarity, and its popularity shows no sign of slowing down. People love telling stories of their finds, whether it was a pocket change surprise or a lucky discovery in a family collection, and those stories add even more charm to the value of the coin. Now the most exciting part that every collector waits for: the value. The original market value of a rare and well-preserved Roosevelt dime 2000 can reach up to $50 and sometimes even more when sold in auctions across American cities like Denver and Dallas. Imagine a coin worth only 10 cents turning into a collectible worth $50. That is the magic of numismatics, and that is why collectors never lose their thrill in searching for such hidden gems. In the end, the Roosevelt dime 2000 is not just a coin but a symbol of how rarity, error, and passion come together to create something truly special. It reminds us that treasures do not always come in large size. Sometimes they come in the form of a small silver-colored dime that fits right into your hand. So keep your eyes open, keep your passion alive, and maybe the next time you look into your change you will discover a coin that tells you the story of history, rarity, and true collector's joy.